Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
No debate, cause it's over. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth.
Love to see this team add another receiver, whether that's trade or free agency.
That's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home.
There's a bunt record. That person's never going to have to worry about that thing ever getting broken.
I hate analytics. I think it's ruined the game I grew up loving.
I will do unspeakable things for the Giants to win this rule.
Oh, pause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you hanging with us for a second. We want to take a quick moment of silence today because obviously today's September 11th, one of the darker days in American history. Wanted to make sure we paid our respects and obviously never forgot. And obviously, there's been a lot of craziness going on in the political climate right now, and unfortunately something awful happened yesterday. So just want to say, everyone love everybody, regardless of politics. Everyone has a right to their own opinion. And thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the Kirk family. So, and to the people in Colorado, which apparently I found out about that tragedy this morning. That being said, on a more positive note, we have a lot of great football today. We have probably the most loaded football weekend in college football yet. We complained last week how week one and week two of the college football season were a little lackluster. We got some matchups today. It was so loaded. Me and Matt and Nate actually had to kind of I told you the idea of doing an 8-pack this weekend. So many great games. We left out Vandy versus South Carolina, which is a game I'm looking forward to. We then also left out LSU and Florida and Clemson and Georgia Tech. Those literally the Jared Hate Bowl, which is what I'm going to call it. But all of our great games. You know what? I would never wanted a game so much to end in a tie as I do with Georgia Tech and Clemson, but I guess in this case, Georgia Tech is the lesser of two evils. That being said, folks, happy Thursday. Happy week 2 of the NFL season starts in about an hour. We've got a great game between two teams I also despise, the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. So it's going to be a great game. I'm feeling real positive energy right now. So, who's always got positive energy even after his kick returner gets cut? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Ordezo.
Yeah, listen, condolences to Nate and Brian because he's going to be their issue now. But this man could not fumble. If it was career dependent on it, obviously so. He could not hold the ball in his hands on a kick or a punt return. And that wasn't just a week 1 issue this year. That was an issue last year. That was an issue the year before. So I'm just happy we have a coach that preaches discipline, but actually follows through. And then obviously just to address as somebody who has a pretty extensive fireman background in my dad's side of the family, obviously, today, 24 years ago, one of the, the greatest tragedies has happened to this country, unfortunately, and a lot of people died. My cousin was actually on vacation in Maine and drove down, who's a fireman in Bridgeport, I believe, drove down to New York City and spent a good week or so there helping out and cleaning up and anything he could. And it was just terrible, the events that happened, 2001, 9/11, and, thoughts and prayers with those families that are still, grieving to this day for the ones that they lost.
Well said. I talked to one of our guests today off air about a lot of stuff going on, and I try to keep for this show. Obviously, you guys know I make a running joke out of trying to keep politics and political banter out of this show. I have my opinions. Everyone knows this, who knows me or listens to the show, but I feel like sports is a place to unite even if like it's like I can argue with a Cowboys fan for an hour, we're still both football fans. We still both hate the Giants. That's kind of my logic behind it. So, but I did want to pay respects. It's been a very odd 48 hours and sad 48 hours in America. So want to just kind of see if I can do my part to cool the tension. But you know who's going to ratchet up the controversy? He's an Auburn grad. He is a huge San Francisco Giants football free agent and Sacramento Kings fan. He has been away for a while. He's on the mends. We love this kid to death. I argue with this guy at least once a week. Shows how much I love the guy. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of High Low Sports, Kelsey Coyne.
What's up? How's it going, guys? I don't know what you mean by kid. I am still the oldest person in this that it will be on the show today.
Endearment, bud.
Yeah. No kid commentary. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm too old. I got too many grays for that. Too many injuries to be kid. But no, it's glad to be back. I'm alive, so we're here. We're good.
Hell yeah, man.
It's important to add that, even though he is a football free agent, it won't be for long until he finally visits Connecticut. I take him to New Haven for some good pizza.
Yeah, there is some pizza on the line there, so that I'm intrigued by the options there.
I was gonna say I'm not even gonna put my hat in the ring because I don't think you could ever stomach being an Eagles fan, but I will put my hat in the ring for the Jets because I am a Justin Fields Jets stan now. Like Sunday's performance made me a fan of his. I was always on the fence about him, but watching that kid play, it looked smooth, it looked fun, it looked energetic. I was like, ooh, like this is what we thought we were getting out of Caleb Williams, who's just a dummy. So I will say,
don't count your Eagles out just yet. You got Tank Bigsby now, so
yeah, I'm a big Tank guy. I love Tank as our kick returner and our change of pace back for Saquon. I love Will Shipley. I really do. The only guy I'm like, I don't mind AJ Dillon as a human. As just a running back, I thought he was a waste of a roster spot. But he's
a great fullback.
Oh yeah, he can basically because our starting fullback's basically out for the season now. Played one play, didn't even get a snap on offense.
Yeah.
Dude, AJ Dillon converting AJ Dillon to a fullback would be like nightmare fuel.
It would be the biggest quads in all of football.
I mean, he's the height. I mean, I don't know how good his run blocking is, but the dude's got the height and weight of a fullback. And with his pass catching ability, it's like having Leonard Weaver out there. There's a name throwback right there.
I was gonna say Gumbalale, but all right.
I was gonna say I wanted to go for more of like a mobile, nimble kind of fullback. Like I remember when I was a kid. Ooh, now we're going back a little bit.
I could go on for days with
Tony Richardson.
Ooh, yes, true. Another one. My best.
Dorsett used to play fullback back in the day.
That is true. My best memory of Leonard Weaver actually was 2009 season. We're playing the Giants. First play of the game, a fullback dive, houses it for 70. I'm like, that's a fullback running like that. Like that to me as a 13-year-old kid, a 14-year-old kid, that blew my mind. But speaking of the Giants, we got the crew from 3rd and 10 joining us right now. Obviously, my producer, Big Bad Nate. Hi, buddy.
He just keeps waving.
What's up, brother? Doing okay?
I think he broke his mic.
I am, yeah. Sorry, in a quick meeting at work, but I will come back when I'm available. But it's good to see you all three. And it's a little stressed out, but it's all good. We're figuring it out right now.
Rock the G-Shock, buddy. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Hi, Kelsey.
Ain't no Rolly in Shidor's repertoire right now. And, of course, his co-host, fellow Connecticut native. We got the 203 out here today. Ladies and gentlemen, newest member of the six-pack competition. He is currently in last place, but he's picking up steam. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of 3rd and 10, Brian Germanaro. Wait, I got to add him. I forgot Nate's in the meeting.
What's up, boys? I might be in last right now, but hoping to change it this week. Looking to change it this week.
Hey, listen. I was in last place to start the year last year, and I ended up in second. I think it was Samir it was Mason was in first for the entire year, and then dipped out because he just disappeared into the ether, and then Chris became. The mystery of Mason Rutch will always be my favorite thing about this podcast because he just out of nowhere dipped and then blocked all of our numbers.
Wait, what? He blocked you all?
Well,
no explanation.
at least ignored us all, because me and Chris have reached out to him multiple times over the last 2 years and doing AWOL, like gone.
Jeez. That's
I feel like the
crazy.
only one he actually liked was Maddie, so maybe Matt texted me might be okay. I thought he liked me. I guess I rubbed him the wrong way. I don't know how.
I think I
I
texted
don't know.
him once. I think I texted him once after he left, and it was like a brief, like, couple messages, and then I never heard from him ever again.
At least he responded to you. I responded to
Yeah.
him after, and he didn't even read it.
Damn, you just
That's
deleted
better
insane.
interns.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, listen, we had an intern do that to me and Kevin. Kelsey remembers.
I remember way too much. I also still remember Samir owes me money. So
Samir owes me money. Like, he owes a lot of us money.
hey, he's on your intro. That's all I got to say. So he owes.
He's
he owes
on
me
the
money.
intro for
Samir might
just.
want to.
I mean, listen, me.
He
You
might
know what?
want to
Me
keep
and
that money because he's just his stand up. He might need all the, it's bad. I'm not trying to
It's
shit
good.
How
on him.
bad can it be?
Not kind of crap on
Brian.
the guy.
Brian, I have your number now, so I have your TikTok technically. So I will send you some of his
Creepy.
stand up matches.
Yes, please. I'm
So
gonna.
bad.
It is
Besi-
I need to see
rough. Okay, listen,
Besides the stand up, it's the skits on TikTok that are really cringy.
bro, and they're not.
No.
I can't tell if he's trying out for SNL or not. By the way, one of my favorite up and coming comedians, Cam Patterson, is going to be on SNL.
Oh,
year.
he's the
And I don't
Yeah.
know how I don't know how he's going to adjust. This could be a Shane Gillis situation. We're not sure because Cam Patterson has no filter, and I saw
love
his
The
name
best
up there.
SNL ever, though.
Oh my god,
It
it's
might
gonna be
just
the
be
funny-
one, but it'd be a great one.
Oh my god, I'm actually excited for that because he is one of my favorite comedians. And it's so funny. The thing that made him famous was even my favorite skit. My favorite skit was when Matt Rife was on Kill Tony, and he had the cowboy boots on. I was
Yes.
crying.
And they're roasting Cam, and Cam's like, I have no idea who any of these people are.
Yeah.
And then my favorite, the other one was when he kept finishing Tony's sentences to say a certain word of the cursing variety that may be a slur it is a slur. I'm just
Is a
joking.
slur.
Yeah.
It is a slur. But he basically would finish Tony's sentences for him, and then Tony's lines would get more and more messed up and a little more and more edgy. And he's like, "No, Tony!" And he's running across the stage. I love the guy's energy. I think he's a very funny stand-up comedian. I don't know how it's going to translate to skits because I can't imagine him talking to Edie Bryant, who two different styles of comedy there. And if they have like one of the like old alumni back, like Kristen Wiig or something like that, it's gonna be really weird seeing Cam Patterson try to do that. But I'm excited for either way. But I am also excited because tonight's going to be a really fun game. I summarize this quarterback matchup as such: we have unbelievably true potential and unbelievable recognized talent versus overhyped and great physical talent. I am not a big Jordan Love guy. I think he's basically a dollar store Patrick Mahomes. That's which is not bad, but
I'm
like
confused as to which one's the realized talent you just talked
Yeah,
about.
that'd be Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
You could wait,
As
hold
he
on.
progresses.
I before you get into it, I just got to ask the question. Like, you use the word realized talent as in it has come to fruition, as in he is as good as he will ever be.
Okay, so maybe I used the wrong wording, but like his
Just
trajectory.
making
is
sure. Making
Okay,
sure we're on the
now,
same
but
page here.
here is the question, and this is why I wanted to lead into it, and I'm getting excited. So last week against Brian and Nate's Giants, he looked very good. There were some dark drives where
Everyone
like
would look good against that, though.
well, here's the thing: is like you guys did do a decent job at least keeping the numbers down. Because if he's like, listen, that guy had put up 40 points at least twice last year. All I'm saying is I want to see what he does against an even better Packers defense, and you cannot argue the points. Micah Parsons makes a difference on that defense, and it shows evidently on tape. The All-22, which I would never watch an All-22 Packers game unless it was against the Birds, but I wanted to see because I saw a take from a TikTok guy, and he was breaking down. And I don't like this guy's content a lot. I'm not going to name his name out, but basically I watched him break down the tape, and I was like, there's no way this is like this. I go on and watch tape myself. Dude's occupying double teams. He's got guys doing slide protection, leaving other guys open for the rush. He's beating any kind of single blocking protection. And the craziest part is it threw off Jared Goff's rhythm the entire game. So it's clearly working. Now, I want to see what it does against a mobile quarterback like Jaden Daniels, or in a few weeks like Jalen Hurts, or even you could throw in Patrick Mahomes. I don't even know if they play the Packers this year, but the Packers play the Chiefs. But my point is still there that what they bring to the table as a mobile quarterback cannot negate Micah Parsons, because all I heard the entire freaking night from the commentators on NBC was how, they need Micah Parsons out there. They need Micah Parsons. I'm like, Micah Parsons wasn't going to save that team. CD would stick him from like the replacements might have. But like, to be honest with you, that game, like, everyone needs to just toss week 1 out the window, because I don't consider it a true value test of a team, because everyone's nervous, everyone's jumpy, everyone's like, unless they played a full preseason, everyone's cramping, everyone looks a little gassed. 2 and 3, 4, that's where you see the real teams connect. I still think Dallas is going to be better than I predicted they will be. I could see them being close to 500, because if they keep running the ball with Javonte Williams and keep Miles Sanders 55 feet away from the ball, they actually might win some games. Dak looks good. CD looked great. Now, I mean, they might have to start using some of that spray-on stuff on his hands, but still. But to this game, both teams look great in week 1. The Packers were the surprise, because I picked the freaking Lions. I thought the Lions were going to – I thought the whole coaching thing was overblown. I might have been wrong. The Commanders just handled business. And these are 2 teams I bet against week 1. One, because I got a bad tip. The Giants are going to upset the Commanders. And I'm like, I look at the guy, and I'm like, I've known you for 15 years. We used to work together at Champs. I'm like, are you sure? He goes, dead pause. We're going to get them. Their defense is old. I'm like, okay. And I threw $3 down, because I was like, screw it, whatever. It was a payout of $15. I was like, at age well. So here's my point for tonight's game. And then I'll open up to Kelsey and Brian and Matt. I think tonight's going to be fun. I think we're going to get some wacky plays. I think we're going to get possibly some signature moments out of either quarterback. I just want to see what Jaden does against an elite defense, because the sophomore slump thing is still hanging in the wings. Now it's going to come for him. It looked like it came for Bo Nix already, because that Titans defense is terrible. But I think tonight's a prove-it game for both teams. So that's my point. Kelsey, you look deep in thought. I feel like you got something to say to me right now.
I'm trying to catch up to your thought process here, because we went on a tangent about the Cowboys in the middle of your commentary, and I don't even know where we got to. I'm running
on 5.5 hours of sleep for the 5th straight night, so my brain's firing in synapses.
The Cowboys hate runs deep for you. I thought I hated the Cowboys the most, but I guess not.
Well, I was also saying they're going to be better than I thought they were, so that was a compliment.
Anyways, all right. So yeah, tonight's game. Look, it's an interesting matchup. It's a Thursday matchup in week 2, though. I don't think we should have Thursday matchups in week 2 ever. Secondly, third, we can go to the bye week conversation after that as well, but we'll get there later in week 4. But look, week 2 Thursday games are stupid. I'll stand by that forever. This is the dumbest thing you could ever do, is take 2 quarterback matchups that rely on physicality and their speed and their ability to move around the pocket and say, hey, you get 3 days of rest. Good luck. Go out there. Have fun. Yeah. Micah Parsons' back has been still a problem. So is he going to be fully effective? I don't know. We'll see. Is this Packers defense real? No. We don't know that yet. It's week 2. Like, have you seen the injury report so far? Everybody's dinged up. We don't even know who's going to really be healthy. So, I don't know. You said week 1 doesn't matter. I'm going to be honest and say week 2 Thursday games I could care less about.
I'm here for the chaos.
I hate it, but
I'm here for the chaos. Like, that's it. I mean,
but like, this is
where football's fun.
This is where people get injured, and it changes the landscape of their entire career, because you decide to play them in week 2 on a Thursday with little to no rest. This is the things that makes me so irritated with the NFL, where they're like, we care about our players. Oh, but you're going to get 3 days of real rest. Not even 3 days. Really, it's 2 days of rest. You're going to have a day of travel back to your home stadium, or in some cases, to your house. And then we're going to also send you to travel for one of these teams on Wednesday. You tell me that's okay for these guys. And they barely played preseason games. They barely played anything. Come on.
That
this is
takes up to
stupid.
my thing. I think that the whole, unless they're like an, and you saw this a lot less when we were younger, where you see only maybe like LaDainian Tomlinson or like a Peyton Manning never really played in the preseason. But I think the whole just don't play your star, like even a drive, just get him out there for a couple plays.
I mean, just don't
Just
play
to get-
Thursday. Thursday games weren't a thing until 5 years ago.
I actually do enjoy Thursday
Like,
games a little bit.
Thursday games were not to this high of a priority to put it into the season until 5 years ago when they just started playing the opening game on Thursdays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was longer than that. It was like the Giants opened on Thursday night one year.
Yeah, it was a random situation, but it was never week 2 you're starting Thursday night football.
Right, yeah.
Sure, honestly, I can think of a compromise. Like,
if I'm a
like-
Commanders fan, honestly, if I'm a Commanders or Packers fan, I'm pissed off about this. I could care less as a free agent fan, but like honestly, if I'm one of those two, I'd boycott this. This is.
I
so
mean, a
dumb.
great compromise I think we could do was if like maybe it's like once October rolls in, then you bring in the Thursday games because then everyone's kind of gotten their feet wet. I think the NFL. I think as I am a proponent of Thursday night football to an extent. I think yes, Kelsey, your point is on point. I right now like the turnaround's insane. I mean, listen, look at my team last year. We played 3 games in a matter of 21 in less than 20 days. And our team was so beat up by the time we played the Buccaneers. It was Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and a bunch of JV guys. And we got smoked by a team that really couldn't hold our jockstrap most of the season. So it's kind of, that's the whole one any given Sunday shtick. But at the same time, like it wasn't fair, like the schedule timing. The only reason I'm not upset about us having to go from Dallas to the Chiefs, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is because there's a 13-day break in between. That's fine. I love that. But that's the polar opposite of what the Packers and the Commanders have right now. But, Brian, thoughts?
I mean, I think it's going to be a sloppy, fun game. Like, sometimes bad football is good football in a weird way like that. But, yeah, no, like Elsie's saying, the injuries are banged up. But I'm excited to see what the Commanders can do against an actually pretty hyped up Green Bay's defense. You have to think that defense is riding high right now after shutting down the Lions, which were one of the best rushing attacks we saw in the league last year.
Yeah, I completely agree. Love it. Matthew?
No, I'm looking forward to this game. I love football, so I don't care if it was, Jaguars and Browns opening up Thursday night this week. I still would be watching, but interesting to see, I guess, how the Commanders' offense shapes up against the Green Bay Packers defense for this week. I know after week 1, they gave up, I believe it's about 246 total yards to the Lions. So Commanders, I mean, I'm already assuming Jaden Daniels is probably be running around a lot. I expect him to use his legs a little more, but some trick plays, get Deebo Samuel involved on some little end routes. It'll be a real test for this Commanders offense to see if they can just kind of keep last year's momentum going to this year. So I'm excited for the game. I'm looking for the chosen one, the prodigy, Jaden Daniels, to do what he does best. One of the greatest from one of the greatest colleges in the world, LSU, minus Brian Kelly. But looking forward to the game. I need a Jay Daniels anytime touchdown as well, but that's
I haven't put a single bet in yet. I'm trying to hold off as long as possible. All right. We'll go around the horn here. I'm curious what everyone's got tonight. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to win. No, psych. I'm taking the Commanders. I have a weird feeling. I think the Packers kind of caught I think the Lions are a little bit of trouble. I think the Packers kind of got on them early and then just kind of kept their foot on their neck the entire time. Whereas, like, I think the Commanders were trying to figure out what they can do with other weapons, and they're going to keep giving Bill the ball. And that kid is a angry runner, and I love seeing him get the touches. Less Eckler, the better. So yeah, give me the Commanders. I believe the I don't even know who the favorite is tonight. I didn't even check.
I think Packers
Commanders
are
were plus
3-point
3.5.
favorites.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the upsetty spaghetti here. I'm taking the Commanders. Maddie?
Yeah, that's going to be a close, tough game. In this situation, I think I'm going to take the one team that I feel a little more comfortable with the quarterback situation. So I'm going to take the Commanders here to squeak away with a victory for week 2.
I love it. Kels.
Well, I'm not going to follow the trend here. I'm going to go
Wow.
with the Packers. Go
This
figure, right? By the way, Josh Jacobs has one of the longest running touchdown streaks
That is
has
true?
the longest running touchdown
Ooh.
streak in the NFL. So either that
So-
goes away tonight or he scores another touchdown.
Was it 2023 when we had the CMC touchdown tracker where she just scored every week for like 12 weeks or something like that? So now it's Josh Jacobs last time. All right, cool. It's good to know.
Yeah.
So what everybody is saying out there for all of our viewers, Kelsey is saying to take your life savings and put it on Josh Jacobs.
Whoa, no, I don't provide betting advice. This is not financial advice. Bet smarter, not harder. Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you need help. That's my advice.
Great promo.
There you go.
Or call JG Wentworth.
Yeah.
That's
No,
only
basic.
if they got your money and you need it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just go
Nate,
call
we
Joe
should
Merriam.
go take you over.
Joe Merriam's a dealer for the people. I think that might be only something us northern people know.
I was
Good
gonna
Lord.
say,
Nate has
I don't
no
know if
idea.
they get that one. I
Nate
know.
has no idea who that is.
I don't either.
Nate,
so I'm
Nate's
just
like,
like,
I'm going back in
whatever.
the box. I'm done.
I'm done. I came on for 20 seconds. I'm
Nate,
done.
Nate checked in. I made a joke about money, and Nate's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. It's okay, Kelsey. You missed Nate's dark side round with the hood up and everything. He was on a roll.
Again.
I'll be
I'm
back
just-
next week. It's all good. I'll be back next week and the week after and the week after and the week
I
after.
assume you're predicting a Cowboys win then on Sunday.
Oh yeah, with me and Brian, we talked about it. We have no faith.
Yeah, we spent
We-
40 minutes just basically complaining
Man,
about
we
why the
skipped
Giants
ahead.
just suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
I lost a little faith in your coach's intelligence when he's like, "Oh, Russ is going to be our star." I'm like, "Way to lose a team in 3 weeks."
Nate's like that Mr. Krabs from that one SpongeBob episode where he's like, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day,
Yeah.
the next day, and the next day.
Oh my
Phone
Lord.
call for you, Mr. Plankton.
And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I swear to God, it's like teams will never learn. The Russ experiment died circa 2020, 2019 in Seattle. Ever since he's had spurts of being decent, and then it's just been like
Ever since 4th and goal. and you
that's
don't
when the
hand it to
decline
Marshawn.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr.
You don't hand
Unlimited
it to
was
Marshawn.
I mean,
then
listen,
guess what happens?
2016 Russ, 2018 Russ was still a problem.
Well, also the last year of his Broncos career was also a problem for Russ when he played. He
You
wasn't
gotta
bad
back it
by
up.
any means.
It's also
No.
really bad, like his first stint with the Broncos or the first year of it when he faced Seattle, and then he did the whole hands in the air like he was being praised and did a whole 360 slow turn.
And then
and then-
Gino beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah. The last
And
second
then Gino
field goal.
didn't write back.
Dude, I love Geno. I went on a rant to some Raiders fan the other day about how much I love Geno Smith. Like, why? I'm like, dude, I felt so bad for this kid. He's been getting the short end of the stick his entire NFL career from every stop he's gone. He's done nothing but try to work. He's never gotten really in any legal trouble besides of a linebacker knocking his jaw loose. So I don't really like.
One of the best Sports Center stories ever when that popped up. Breaking
Dude,
news: Jets linebacker breaks Geno Smith's jaw. Like, what's going
My
on?
roommate in college was a Jets fan, and then also was friends with Matt at this point. So I texted them both immediately, and Matt just goes, "I have no comment on this story at this current time." This is
Are you a
pre.
politician?
This is back
Yeah.
when me and Matt were just straight up degenerates.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That
That was
game-
sophomore year. That was freshman year of college, Jared and Matt.
Oh, that's fun times. That must
Menace
I
to
don't know if
the
I'm talking about-
society.
Nah, brother, I was still in a relationship at that point. That was brutal.
Oh, that's brutal times.
I
high
don't know if we're
schooler
going to talk
for
about
the
Gino
cup.
later, but I do want to throw this Gino stat out here for those that are questioning Gino. In 14 games in domes, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 110.8 passer rating. Everywhere else in 36 outdoor games, 43 touchdowns, 31 interceptions, and an 89.7 passer rating.
Got it. Hammer
Yeah,
all of
I'm
Geno's
rolling.
props on Sunday.
Every
Everyone-
game.
Every single
Over.
one.
I'm rolling with the Raiders today. There's no
I was
six
gonna
pack.
say, I'm on the Raiders
I'm
now.
steaming for Gino, man. We're going. All right. Nate, do you have a pick for tonight's game, good sir?
Go Packers.
All right.
Now I got to change my answer again.
Why?
Every time Nate picks the same as me, I lose.
It's okay. We
Oh.
lose together.
You gotta
It's not
bounce
so
it out.
fun,
That's
is
not
it?
okay. We don't want to lose.
Hey,
I'm used
Plank,
to
who
it.
you
So
got
it's
tonight?
fine. Packers.
He hopes a meteor hits the stadium.
Jeez.
Wait. Who do you choose?
I think the Commanders because they're the underdog, and also I have the running back of my fantasy team.
Oh,
Good
Bill.
reason.
Bill.
Lil Bill.
But
He
who's
looked like
Brian
him too.
picking
That's
is my
crazy.
question.
I want the Packers.
Dang right. Let's go. We don't root for no
All
Commanders.
right, I'm fine now. There's 3 people on this one. We're good.
It's just me and
Wait,
Matt.
so you didn't feel good when I picked them?
When it's Nate, whenever it is just you and I versus the other 3, we lose.
No, but
It's like
it's you
when-
and I
Still
against the
majority
world,
this time,
man.
He's okay.
It's like
Yeah,
when
Nate,
Kelsey
this
Kelsey
is
How's
like
that
when me
working
and
for the
Chris go
Giants?
full. Chris, Nate, this is like when me and Chris go full degen on our picks and do all underdogs, which we've both done before. Like this isn't like one of those things where me and Chris's collective lack of intelligence of betting is actually what wins us games. Like that's happened multiple times. Like one of my perfect weeks was all underdogs, and it was hilarious. But they were like 1.5 point underdogs. They weren't like crazy, like 12-point swing. But yeah, so we got a lot of college ball to talk though before we start getting into the 6-pack. Maddie, I'm going to give you your 3 seconds of fame here. You can talk about how the Gators are going to get absolutely flambasted by the Tigers this
I got
weekend.
30 seconds. I only need.
That's all you need,
29.
brother, because that's how long it's going to take for them to lose that game.
Yeah, I only need 29. I am going to take out a large sum of my savings and put it. I'm not really going to do that. LSU is going to destroy them. What we're going to do
Sounds like
first is
Bianca's watching.
we're gonna trap them. We're gonna skin them. We're gonna turn them into beef jerky, and we're gonna give it out as free samples along the campus and tell them it's chicken.
All
LSU by 3 scores. Why not?
I'm more of the slow roast
Fine, I-
rotisserie Gator. That's kind of more my thing.
Never had gator. I've had shark. Never had gator. I know that's
I have
not really-
I have the link Kelsey sent me. I have one. I was
Oh,
gonna plan to order for the Florida game next week, but it's not gonna get here in time. Kind of mad about it. But I will probably Matt. I'll be doing some kind of gator roast or something sometime during the winter. So
Ooh.
Gator's pretty good. I've had Gator a few times. It's good.
I've never cooked it. I've had it.
It's only good if you cook it right. Stand
That's
forever.
why I'm doing my homework. Because I've heard horror stories of it tasting like chewy chicken.
You know the best time to have gator though? In the swamp. When
Yeah.
you're an underdog. And then you do the gator chomp on the way out. Not speaking from experience or anything.
No, of course not.
I know exactly which game you're talking about, and that was a very good game. Also, I just don't like Florida. I find their whole team, everyone just praised them for being like the best team, college football team in Florida this year because, DJ Lagway, he's it. I'm like, we've heard this about so many freshman quarterbacks over the years. He was decent last year. He wasn't elite, and then South Florida came in and took their lunch money, and your boy called it. But I went from loving how South Florida hating them this week. That's a whole nother story. My thoughts on LSU is simple, and Florida is simply this: Nussmeier's the superior quarterback. As much as it kills me to say this, Brian Kelly's a superior coach. LSU's a superior roster. Let's not overthink the wagon here. It's in Death Valley. As long as they don't all show up hungover, we should have a win for the Tigers.
It's gonna smell like corn dogs at the end of the day. That's the only important thing. Oh, you SEC, non-SEC people will never understand. Matt might get it, but he's an LSU fan, so probably not. It smells like corn dogs in Baton Rouge.
I like
It's like the
corn dogs.
weirdest thing ever. It smells like corn dogs. Yeah,
I had a 16-inch hot dog at the Dodgers game.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hell
But was it
yeah.
a corn dog, and did it smell like a corn dog?
It was a straight sausage dog. I stuffed it all in my mouth. It was
Oh, well,
delicious.
that's just a San Francisco
right.
treat. Are you sure you were in LA?
Oh my God! He can't
Not
leave
only-
after that. He can't leave after saying
No,
that.
listen. My retort to it was they just inserted his glizzy joke and then left.
Can we bring back the penalty box after that one? I feel like. We
Oh
need
no,
the
no,
penalty box.
Nate. The thing is, DJ's comment is on point.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What did he say? Oh, I missed that.
No, he's
Nate
first
was-
said this because that my thing, and then he followed it up with that.
Nate needs to be arrested.
Yeah, Nate's okay. So Nate already put himself in the penalty box. Wow, that banner's been deleted. Whatever, I'll just do the promo self help. Nate's penalty box is presented to you by Righteous Felon. Promo code BELLYUPS for 15% off at checkout. The best meat snacks around. Check out my favorite, which is the Maryland crab one, and also I love the turkey jerky flavor. At least Fal Capone, very good.
Darth garlic.
Dark garlic is very good too. Also, the South African flavor, which is dill and cracked pepper, very good. Surprisingly, check them out. Ricefilm.com. Also available in like every Stop and Shop and every gas station in the Northeast. So good job, guys. You made it. All right, moving on. I want to talk quickly about Vanderbilt and USC East. I
didn't even make that connection. Thank you, DJ.
Nate's not even paying attention, and I love it. Oh my god. All right, this is great. Okay, anyway, enough jokes about meat. Anyway, so I keep seeing all over the internet that everyone's taking Diego Pavia and Vanderbilt to upset South Carolina this week. Everyone's like, "Oh, South Carolina rough against Virginia Tech." Yeah, it's week 1. I mean, I want Kelsey. I defer to you on things like this. You're more of an SEC expert than I am. I am just a big stand for saying "Go Cox." One more meat joke. That being said,
okay, so let's talk about Vanderbilt for a second. That team is tough. It's a tough team to beat. There's no doubt about it. South Carolina hasn't looked as good as Lenore Sellers should be. And that's scary, is that South Carolina hasn't looked as good as they should be, yet they've looked good. And so, like, are we really going to question a week 1 squeak here, or are we going to actually take this as hey, Lenore Sellers is still a Heisman dark horse? Like, he still might be the best sophomore quarterback in the nation. And you want to sit here and tell me that that's a better option than Diego Pavia, who I love. I love what he does. I hate playing against him, but love what he does. Love his story. Love everything he's done for Vanderbilt. But is Vanderbilt that team that's going to derail South Carolina? I don't think so. But yeah, Diego Pavia is a tough out, but that defense for Vanderbilt is not as good as South Carolina's defense, which if you talk about an equalizer, the defenses for South Carolina will always be better. And the special team, any special teams with a coach named Beamer is going to be 10 times better than the other side special teams. And I say that knowing full well if there's a fumble on the opening kick, I take it all back. Everything I said is wrong, and it's going to be a Vanderbilt situation. But at the end of the day, South Carolina, when it comes to special teams, that's the big decision maker. Their defense is better. And then at the end of the day, Lenore Sellers is just a more talented player than Diego Pavia. Diego Pavia is a winner, though, so I can't take it away from him. But it's South Carolina, man.
Kevin and Cruz, cover your eyes.
That's how it works, man.
I know, but also I don't think Bama's. I think Bama's still a mid-tier SEC team this year.
Well, they're 17th in the nation right now, so you can't say that yet.
That's name and likeness alone, man.
So, I mean, it's
I was going to say
also at 17.
Also, we've now learned this week that the AP voters all have the collective brainwaves of a potato. So I mean,
one AP voter, okay, one AP voter,
dude, and her interview.
There's more just like her. She just got caught.
Her interview was so patronizing. I was like, oh my god, who is your PR person? You dummy.
Look, if you guys didn't hear my commentary on the AP, it's very simple. Your name is the Associated Press. What you need to do is let football journalists and only football journalists, only college football journalists vote on an AP poll. Why you have Golf Magazine, why you have hockey, why you have tennis, why you have billiards. Billiards. Does anybody know how much they write about billiards in the world for the AP? It's less than 1% of all sports articles. Yet somebody who writes for billiards votes for the AP.
I want to know who reads the billiards articles. Is what I want to know. What are they writing about?
I don't know, but it's look, it's got to be simple. Like, if you vote in the AP, you got to be a 95% or greater coverage of college football. That just is it. You better have credentials in every Power 5 and every Group of 5.
You better be at a college football game every Saturday. That's basically what you should be. It doesn't have to be the same damn team. It literally just, if you're at a college football game, that's
I prefer them not to be at the game because they could watch more games when they're not at the game.
True.
So they might actually get an accurate assessment rather than, hey, Florida, you lost. You get to go up 2 spots.
I still would love to know that thought process. I still don't get it.
They got pretty colors. All right, should probably go to hell.
They
Yeah,
got
cool
fun.
nickname.
They got fun PE cleats too. All right. Any thoughts on Vandy in South Carolina there, Mr. Bry?
I'm still not ready to give up on Sellers. I still think he could be in New York City this week, so I'm gonna go with him.
Fair. All right. Nate, you got
Oh,
anything
no.
to contribute here?
Go Cox.
Attaboy.
Yes, sir. Yes, we all agree on something I say today. Let's go. Heck yeah.
I might have
go.
to change my answer
To an
again.
extent. To an extent.
What do you mean to an extent? We all love. We love.
Whoa!
I caught
Whoa!
myself. I caught myself.
I love Nate. He definitely doesn't speak for all of us.
No.
Oh, Nate. Never change.
I got your back, Matt. You know
Nate
me.
is a one-man wrecking crew.
Oh yeah.
Dang right.
We had
Oh,
something
man.
professional
All right.
going, Nate.
All right. Any
Us
other
professional,
college
no
football
chance.
games that you guys want to touch on that aren't in the six pack? Obviously, in the six pack,
I
we'll
don't
have
even know what's in
Miami
the six
versus
pack, but yes.
college football games will be Miami, South Florida, A&M versus Notre Dame, and Georgia versus Tennessee. Did I miss any ones you guys would like to touch on?
Cal.
Stop it.
Why? We're
UCLA's.
2-0.
Who'd you beat?
I don't know
Nate?
who. Well,
Nate, playing a bunch of the Fighting Bryans does not count.
No,
Yeah.
we beat Oregon State and Texas Southern.
I bet Texas Southern was in the same state Saturday as I was, which was hungover.
Oh, I thought you meant Texas.
No.
Look, we got Minnesota next. If we go 3-0, I think we got a shot at the playoff.
oh, Nate.
What? Oh, bruh, have you seen our skip?
Nate,
Okay.
Nate. There's 5 good teams in the ACC this year, even though one of them lost on Saturday.
And we play
Shout out
none of them.
SMU.
And we play none of them.
Yo, Baylor is a wrecking crew this year, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Are they? Because they're 1-1.
I mean, they've also given both teams they played an absolute ride. Like it wasn't like they
Did they?
they score.
Did they?
They score.
I'm not sure. I think the banner behind me tells me it was not necessarily as close as it should have been. So, by the way, East Carolina and Coastal Carolina, if you're a betting person, the line should be much different, and Coastal is an underdog by like plus 200, like plus 230.
Putting in 45 cents.
I was gonna say, like, as soon as I'm about the show, I'm
But
hammering that.
UCLA New Mexico is also a very interesting matchup as well because Nico Iamaleava is not great. And do you trust
just
UCLA?
terrible.
Because I don't.
$4 million.
Yeah, New Mexico looks very interesting, and they've been a problem the last couple of years matching up with people. So,
They have a
granted,
They
they
were-
they don't have Dampier anymore. So,
oh, that's right. Okay.
but they are 2-0.
The other one, I mean, I don't really want to touch on it because, like I said, I kind of want to, like a tie. But Clemson, Georgia Tech, I think is another one where like Clemson hasn't looked good yet, and
Justice
Georgia
looks really
Georgia
good.
Tech's 2-0 and they're hungry.
Yeah,
Haynes
they're
King is a very, very good quarterback, and apparently sleeps at the damn facility. I heard it 45 times on the first
Love
broadcast.
that. Love it.
Justice Haynes is also a fantastic running back.
Georgia Tech is hungry for some gator, and we are going to cook some up for him this week. That's all I got. And then I'm guaranteeing Auburn victory over South Alabama in honor of my buddy Kelsey.
I appreciate that. I have less faith than you do.
Sweet home Alabama.
No, wrong side of the state, Nate.
Yeah. Nate.
Nate, that's high tide, not War Eagle.
Mhm.
Oh.
Well, right now it's low
Right.
tide. It is very low. On
Well,
that side
Yeah,
of the
it's
state.
pretty low over there.
Well, my favorite story for our dear friend Kevin was at his wedding. Me and his brother decided that during the wedding at some point, we decided this during the bachelor party. We were just going to scream at high tide in the middle of the wedding, and the rest of the guys who were at the bachelor party were going to yell back. So they just finished doing their speeches. Everyone's coming out of the dance floor, and me and Cam stand up and yell high tide. And all of our friends at the back table yell high tide. And Kevin just gave us this look of go F yourselves. He hates those commercials so much. And when I said instead of roll tide, I said high tide on his birthday. He just tried to ignore it this time because he knows I'm just going to do it all season. But happy belated birthday, Kev. Oh, I have to send him a text message. Oh,
fair warning.
No.
Just don't say that to Alabama fans when they're upset, because it doesn't work out well for you. Because usually you end up getting trees poisoned when that happens. Again, not speaking from experience or anything.
No. Well, I mean, DeBoer's glad that lady didn't win the Powerball because he'd be out of a job right now.
Yeah, he's like, what would you do if you won $1 billion? I'd pay $70 million to buy Kalen DeBoer's buyout. That was great.
Yeah.
Is Kalen DeBoer happy about that though? Let's be honest. You would get $70 million
$70
in
million,
one lump sum.
bro. I am not coming back. I'll be a offensive assistant. I'll go help out a school, like a Big Ten school, or I'll go to the NFL and be like a scout and go to one game a week. Like, dude, I would just chill.
I'd just go to North Carolina and wait for them to be just upset with either Bill Belichick's losing in college or just Jordan Hudson, and then we'll just swoop right in as the next head coach.
Because I think it's be both at the same time.
So she was holding the door for everybody coming in from the game. I'm like, she's really involved.
I need orange slices. If she's gonna hold the door, you better have orange slices. Dang it!
Yeah.
Don't make me go to the don't make me go to the training table and go get that. If you're holding the door open,
at least have a bag of peach rings.
How long until she's got a headset on the sidelines?
Oh, next week.
How long until Bill gives her one? I don't know.
I will say, shout out to that Colts owner for having a headset on the sideline. That's actually pretty cool. She looks like she knows ball.
Oh, the Ursay sisters.
That was cool. The way she said it was cool.
I know Kelsey's not the biggest fan of Pat McAfee, but he talked about this after Jim Irsay passed away. He goes, the Irsay sisters mean business. Like they're on the sideline. They got headsets on. They're listening. They're not interfering, but they're listening. They understand the game. And I was like, that's pretty badass. I kind of like that a little bit.
The Ursays are what Jerry Jones wishes he was.
Yes. Yeah, that actually tracks 100%.
Jerry Jones gets involved, and that's the problem with the Cowboys. The Ursays are like, you need that? All right, we'll go get it. We'll try our best to get somebody to Indianapolis to do that. Like that's what they're gonna do, and that's the good.
Shout out to Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, one more college game just to think about: Ole Miss versus Arkansas.
Ooh,
that's right. I forgot that was this week.
Yeah, that's a tough one too.
Ooh, pig suey. Also because Austin Simmons did not look good the last 2 weeks. I was not impressed.
He got injured at one point in time last game.
Well, I know, but at the same time, when he was healthy, I was like,
wasn't great.
I was like, okay, like I thought this guy was going to be an amazing quarterback. That's what all the Ole Miss fans were hyping up on all over social media. But yeah. Well, gentlemen, it's about that time for the Rhythm and the Rhyme. Crack a six-pack presented by our friends at, if this tab could actually go, damn German beers. Presented by our friends at candips.com. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off your purchase at checkout. I hate German beer cans. They are the worst for popping the top. Nate, calm yourself. I see you in the back. All right. Anyway, we're starting off strong here. We're going to South Florida. Actual South Florida in Miami. If you guys saw anything this morning, South Florida is not even in South Florida. It is in Western Central Florida.
Oh, no. Okay. There are 3 sections of Florida. Let's stop this. There is
Tampa
South Florida,
and
which
Central
is Tampa,
Florida.
Orlando, and South. Tampa, Orlando, and South is South Florida. You have Central Florida, which is Jacksonville, Gainesville, and all that backwoods nonsense. And then you have the Panhandle, which is the Pensacola, that's the Destin, that's the going towards the Alabama section where there's a bunch of backwoods and hillbillies. Those are the 3 sections of Florida, and then there's the Keys.
I'm repeating what my friends who live in Florida and my Miami friends have said. South Florida is
Miami isn't even part of Florida. Miami is Cuba annex. Like
Cuba meets New York, basically.
It's like if you took Puerto Rico, Cuba, and the Dominican and just said, all right, we're going to combine it all and put it in a city in the U.S. Here you go.
I don't care. All I care about is we're going to.
And Jared's a fan of Miami. Go figure.
Oh, no. I just they talked so much smack last year and then we kicked their can up and down the field. I sent a message to the boys. It was the Al Blades chant from when they stomped, I think it was West Virginia in 2000. It was a very famous video of Al Blades doing the chant, Al Blades Jr. or no, senior. And it got me fired up, and I'm ready for some. My dad's like, why aren't you coming? We're having a neighborhood block party. I'm like, yeah, I'll stop by for a little bit, grab a little bit of the pig roast, and I'll head up top. And he goes, why? I'm like, Miami, South Florida. Listen, I did not care about Beth Ann Cookman. I'm like, as long as we got one over for Ed because they screwed over Ed Reed, I was like, all right, cool. Well, as long as we beat him by 30, I'm good. But ranked games, even if South Florida's only ranked for this week, I want to kick their door in.
Wait, what'd you call the team just now that they played last week?
Beth Ann Cookman? Or it's Bethune Cookman. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to tell you.
HBCU, you got to be nice about it, man.
I know.
Mike
And
There's
listen,
a helmet right
I
here.
would be
There's a
nice
helmet
about
right
it if they
here.
didn't. I would be nice about it if they didn't screw over Uncle Ed. Okay, that's like they screwed him. It was bullshit. So the fact that we kicked their door through, I was happy. We pulled our starters by halftime. I was like, this is fun. But Miami all day. If Miami's going to be any kind of legit threat, they've got to win this game. So give me Miami.
Well, with the spread of this game telling me that there is a, USF has a chance. Obviously, I'm joking. Minus 17.5. I'm going to stick with Miami here. Yeah, that's just I'm not going against that spread.
Brian,
This is tough.
I know your hatred of Miami is just
hatred of Miami. I mean, I don't really hate Miami. I wasn't born for when Notre Dame Miami was on fire, but give me Miami and a nail biter. I think if you're a better, I would go with 17.5, but I think Miami wins.
That's what's got me worried. I feel like we're just gonna have one of those typical Miami games. We'll win it, but it's gonna be like my heart's gonna be
17.5. I'll
like,
take that.
I'm gonna be doing about a $140 heart rate watching this game probably.
Yeah.
Wait, Brian, when you said you weren't alive for Miami's good days or whatever, how old are you?
I'll be turning 24 in October.
Oh wow!
Oh, when in October?
He was not around
October
for the
16th.
last natty.
Oh, I'm the 9th.
Ooh.
But I will not be 24. I'll be 30.
Yeah, I was 5 years old when Miami won the last natty. No, 6, 5, 6, somewhere in that range.
I was 10. Like I said, you can't call me a kid, man. I'm sorry. I remember that game way too well. Garbage. You want my pick?
Yeah, I know it's the Kelsey's Kits of Death. So
his name is Byram Brown.
I agree. I freaking agree.
Shut up.
Now he's gonna switch his pick.
God,
no, pick South Florida. Do it.
I will not pick Miami. You know how I feel about Carson Beck. He is the most overrated quarterback in college football today. Period. His game 1 against Notre Dame, why he looked good, isn't him. It's his receivers being ungodly good. Those catches, the talent that he has in the receiving core is light years ahead of his ability as a quarterback. Any other team he throws those same passes, they are pick sixes the other way. Any other team. And that's a fact. There's no getting around.
Proverb.
He did it at Georgia, dang it.
There's an old proverb, and it says simply, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
No, there's an older proverb which says history repeats itself if you do not learn from your mistakes. He proved against Notre Dame he does not learn in his own mistakes. He threw the same dumb passes that got him almost benched at Georgia if there was any competent quarterback. Do not trust Carson Beck. Jared, for the life of your sanity, do not trust Carson Beck.
I don't
trust the rest of the team.
Beck. I trust Mark Fletcher, Jordan Lyle, and that pass rush and those receivers.
That is
ball. That's who I trust. Carson is not. Carson is nice rims on a truck. Okay, he makes some nice plays here and there. And listen, he's already a step above Tyler Van Dyke because even his bad throws look cool. Van Doofus literally made me want to rip my hair out. You guys got to realize that the Miami quarterback
Van Dyke broke his arm playing to the max for Miami. Will Carson Beck ever play his heart out for Miami?
That was Emery.
His right arm, his left arm, Van Dyke's left arm.
No, Van Dyke broke. No, he broke it playing for Wisconsin. He didn't break it for us.
Okay,
Van Dyke got benched.
He broke it. He broke it playing college football. Has Carson Beck ever done anything worth an injury other than getting hit way
Did
too
Carson
hard.
Beck like rear end you in a car accident or something like that? Like I
Carson
swear to
Beck
God,
is the biggest dumb idiot as a quarterback I've ever seen in college football. The fact everybody puts him as the best quarterback in college football is a joke,
even
and it
close.
should be an embarrassment. And it should
I
tell you
like
all you
how
need to know about every single college football journalist who votes in the AP when you have Carson Beck ranked as one of the best quarterbacks in college football.
I have him ranked
The
in
same
top
voters
30.
are the same people saying the same things about Carson Beck being good. Just think about that. If we're going to condemn them here, we need to condemn them here, and that just needs to be what it is.
Enough. Oh my God, we get it. You don't like Carson Beck.
I'm just saying, for your own sanity.
You pick South Florida. Nate, are you going Bulls too?
Yes.
Yes, Nate's kiss of death. It's
Why?
okay.
I like the Bulls. I mean, they have Byron Brown, who's a good quarterback, and their offense is pretty fast paced. So maybe they'll catch Miami on their toes and pull it off.
I hope. You know what, Kelsey? I'm going to come down to Cleveland. If somehow by some miracle, if Beck makes the Heisman presentation, I will come sit there with you and watch it at your apartment.
He won't, but I mean,
I'll be the first to admit if Carson Beck turns out to be a good quarterback. I'll be the first one to admit, just like I've admitted before when I made mistakes.
I will say this: you are one of the few things I will admit right now is that you are one of the first people to admit when you got to eat crow, and I appreciate that about you.
I will take it just like I proved that Russell Wilson was garbage when he got to Denver,
and he was.
Me and you were driving that bandwagon together. Remember?
My 4-13 or 4-12, 4-13 at the time was a pretty good indicator. Look, I've said it before though. I've been wrong about players. I'll admit that time and time again.
Nice.
But
so
this
Carson
is one
Beck's
that can't lie about anymore.
If he turns out to not have a good season, so Jared's going to drive down to Cleveland, and if he does have a good season, then Kelsey's going to come up to Connecticut and get free pizza.
Yep, basically, we're going to buy him a free Pepe's pizza.
No, we're going to buy him a good season.
Kelsey.
Yeah, wait, why don't I come up there and get I guess I get pizza while Jared gets to gloat for a while, but like.
I'm just trying to figure out any way to get you up here for pizza.
Yeah, we'll buy a pizza from each of the spots. You basically get to sample them all.
Good idea. Yeah.
Look, when Miami ever gets off their butts and decides to play Auburn, I'll talk about it.
Aren't we supposed to play you guys in like a year or two?
Yeah, it's like 3 years, I think.
Yeah, I remember this because back when she worked here, Shannon Walsh, Auburn grad, also was in my grill for about a week over text. I'm like, just wait. We're about to skin some hurricanes. I'm like, what? Everything makes sense.
You skin a hurricane.
I don't know.
It's an ibis. You're actually skinning the ibis, not the hurricane. I'm just gonna throw.
You can skin a gator.
You can't skin a gator.
I was about to say you can also skin an Irishman.
I think it's a lot worse than a gator. One gets you arrested. One is dinner.
Notre Dame versus Texas A&M. I hate this game so much, and it's not because I don't like either team, which is true. The problem is I've bet on this game. They've played what, Brian? How many times have you guys played A&M in the past 5 years?
We played them last year to open the season, and then since then it's been a while.
I don't confuse it with somebody else, but this game gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what to make of Notre Dame yet, but at the same time, A&M is still A&M. Kelsey, A&M is to me what Carson Beck is to you. I get burned by them every damn year on a bet, and I want to burn them to the ground. When Tyler Van Doofus's one signature win as a Hurricane was smoking A&M by 30, I was like, yeah. But here's the deal. That was a pathetic game, and that was just payback on Jimbo, but that's a whole other option. Anywho's, Brian, I'm going to regret saying this. Give me the Irish. I just, listen, Jordan Love's the best damn running back in the country, and the CJ Carr gets a whole week to look at this Texas A&M tape, and I don't know what to make of this A&M team yet. I'd rather go with the devil I know versus the devil I don't, and Notre Dame gave us a ride, man. They were coming back in that game. I think we would have beaten A&M by 30, so I'll give Notre Dame the benefit of the doubt here. I think they're going to win. I don't know if they're going to cover. I think this game can get real tight. So, Brian, just maybe smoke a little lettuce in something about this thick, and then,
Oh,
then
don't
watch
worry,
the game.
we have plenty of stuff for that. We're good.
Basically, do what I did during the 2017 and 2024 playoffs. Just keep the green moving. But yeah. So give me Notre Dame to win, A&M to cover for you betting guys out there. Maddie.
Yeah, I'm pretty much following suit. I'll probably take A&M to cover, but the corned beef and cabbage are going to win this game. It's going to be the Irish.
Corned beef, cabbage, and Jameson. Tails all this time. All right, Kelsey. Are you mad at me for forcing you to pick A&M, or is this?
No, God, no. I'm never picking A&M. They are a cult, and this is the point I'm
Thank
trying to
you.
make.
Thank you.
Why have you continued to pick A&M at any point in time when you have heard Kevin and I both talk about how much of a cult they are?
Okay,
They
I also
no.
Well, you answered your own question. You answered your own question.
You need to hear this. These students will sit in a stadium at midnight the day before a game and wait for a dog to bark before they can leave. The dog is historically known for never barking.
I know.
And then and they're like,
Kevin
they walk out.
explained this to me, but you have to understand something. I bet against Kevin and win because Kevin is a terrible gambler.
Never take A&M ever in football.
Could you imagine just emailing your professor and be like, hey, is there any way to get an extension on the homework? I was too busy staying up at the football stadium waiting for this dog to bark.
No,
so
like you said,
I'm still there. The dog hasn't barked yet.
The whole dog bark
Probably
thing. The whole dog bark thing is even crazier because if the dog is in your class and barks in your class, the class immediately stops and you leave.
My college had a real dog. Why couldn't we had that?
I don't know, because you're not a cult. It's cults.
But if that's your cult, I get out of class early. I don't care about cults.
So what I'm hearing is
versus the
King's
Catholics.
mascots.
So the dog is the dean.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's only the
Basically,
dog runs things there.
What is going on?
Revier is I think is the dog's name. Revier
I
7.
should've went to
Hey,
that.
oh my God, yeah, that's a cult.
Yeah, it's like a French Cajun name. It's ridiculous.
What's wrong with like Spot or like a normal dog name?
Because it's a
loves
border
crepes.
collie.
Probably loves
Texas
crepes
A&M. They're a cult.
and French fries.
I
all
can't
that
say
French
cult
stuff.
enough times in this. We might get banned because I'm saying cult 75 times.
I mean, there's a lot more cult stuff than just
I mean,
that.
listen, like,
if you
we're
really do a deep
doing-
dive in A&M, you'll come out a changed person.
Yeah. Great women,
I
though.
just realized.
Sure.
I apologize to our Instagram viewers. Apparently the Instagram app didn't want to work today, so I clicked go live 5 times at the start, and it just went live now. An hour later.
Man, okay, well, let me
Instagram.
recap real fast. Texas A&M's a cult. Don't pick them. Ever.
Yeah. It's pretty much.
Oh, and Nate made about 3 or 4 or 12 dick jokes. So there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't trust Carson Beck. That's the last thing I'll just leave
Oh,
that
yeah, there
with.
you go.
Especially with your girlfriend.
Yes.
What are you talking? He can't keep a girlfriend.
It's them
Man, she
Martinez.
overrated as heck anyway. Little fake old melons.
She
Nate,
upgraded, bro.
Nate's taking shots at the Cavender twins. I love it.
Bro, it's just facts. I mean, Ferguson sucked ever since he's been with her, and Carson
he's
Beck
not
is
with
thriving
one, and
without
that's
her.
the problem.
Well, also, like, listen, and this is the one thing I said during the season preview of the ACC. I said the best thing he did was have that relationship end for him, because now all he's got is Miami football and Miami Latinas.
And
Life is
$7.4
good.
million.
Yeah, and you know what?
And a Lamborghini.
Can't get much better.
Works for me. That sounds like heaven to me, brother.
And
mean-
Sid from Ice
the
Age
money
as
in
a
the
face.
Lamborghini is going to make getting Latinas easier.
The man
Me,
is
you
literally
know,
the
A&M,
human
man,
avatar
I
of
tell
Sid.
you, there's something about the Martinez, man. I tell you.
All right. Before we get actually canceled, the guys, let's pump the brakes a little bit. All right, so Kelsey is taking Notre Dame, I'm assuming, because
Yes, yeah, don't take a cult.
don't take
We're
a
just
call.
missing Nate.
Brian, do I even have to ask you, or are you going to start singing for me, playing the trumpet? What's going on here?
No, Irish win. It's the first game in Notre Dame history where they're selling beer in the stadium. Go Irish. We're not losing.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's going to end in a train wreck. I love it. All right, Nate, who you
it's
taking?
great.
Give me the Irish. I was gonna take the Aggies, but Brian told me about the cult thing this morning on our show, and
Yeah, Nate didn't
Wait,
know.
is this our first
I
clean
didn't know
sweep?
either.
Is this our
just
first
found
clean
out
sweep of
today.
the year?
It,
This might be our first clean sweep of the year, boys.
Did we
This
just
may
become
be
best
good
friends?
or maybe bad.
This is going to
Oh.
be very bad.
Where's that meme? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Like
This
I
is-
feel like
Nate, this is the part where you clip this one out and you have a video of Revier barking. So when Texas A&M eventually wins, it shows this, and then you can have the dog bark at the end of it and prove that it is a cult, and that's why they won.
Yep.
That's what
That
this clip
is
is
something
for.
I will write down for sure.
Is there a video of the dog barking? Because I don't think this dog barks.
there is one.
from
No,
a
there is a
cult
video
of
of
a
the dog
team
barking.
to their cult of a conference, we have Georgia and Tennessee. I'm sorry, all of us non-SEC fans consider your conference a cult. It's okay.
But there are 2 SEC fans in this conversation, and then there's a Notre Dame fan. So can you really talk about that when there's a Notre Dame?
Notre
fan in the
Dame basically
conversation?
is Big Ten meets ACC, so they're kind of weird.
They're Notre Dame. They're a cult.
Am I the only non-cult member here?
No, shut up. You're a Bills fan.
No, that is a brotherhood of degeneracy.
That's also a really nice word to call a cult.
Yeah.
Brotherhood of degeneracy is what we're
I
going to
think a
call it.
lot of cults have gone by the Brotherhood of something.
All
I
right,
think
move.
like 7 right now.
Okay, leave my birds alone for a second. All right, we got to actually get it moving. We're a little behind on schedule. Georgia, Tennessee. I'm going to let the SEC expert go here first. Kels, what do you think?
A giant fireball burns down the stadium in Neyland. 107,000
Oh,
tragically
come on. Neyland's
walk
so
away
beautiful this time of
unscathed,
year.
but the 75 on the field walk away, and the game ends. No injuries, just a giant fireball burns the field down. That's all I care about. No, honestly, I honestly don't know. We're going to go Tennessee because why not? At this point in time, it's the ugliest color, orange, but they're a little less of annoyance than Georgia. I hate hearing that barking. And by the way, there's that commercial now that talks about what is it? Barking at my boss wasn't a great idea. Have you seen that one? Most annoying commercial.
Yes,
I've
I know
ever
what you're
seen.
talking about. That's
I
horrible.
know
It's
people
terrible.
like that guy, and they're all real Georgia fans. So down with Georgia.
All right, you know what? I'm going to go with our good friend of the show, Miss Erica Davis. She is very big on Georgia this year. I said, you know what? I'll stick with her this week. Give me Georgia. I want to see Tennessee play more legit competition, and I believe more in Georgia's roster and Kirby Smart. So there you go.
As they play Georgia. Play more competition. They play Georgia. Just saying.
Wait, no, we're playing Georgia this week. What do you mean?
I know. Just SEC. Like, they're actually listening and playing real competition is my point.
I know. I get that. All right, Maddie.
What is his name? Gunnar Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say Oshevsky, but that was not correct. But
No, that's the Giants kickoff returner.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Xavier Gibson's in town. Anyways.
True. Very true.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't see we signed. We picked up Xavier.
Are you
signed
fucking? Oh, wait, are you
Well,
kidding me?
No.
10807.
Well, I mean, this is on our YouTube, so
Nate,
it's fine.
in the box.
No,
Nate,
but
in the box. You
no,
dropped
but
an F-bomb on screen.
it's Xavier
Box.
Gibson. Fine.
Box now.
So I don't know. It's gonna
He
be a
fumbled
close
that
game.
one.
I guess I'll take.
Like 7 weeks without dropping an F-bomb on this show. Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna take John Stockton's son and take Georgia on this one.
Hopefully he can pass like Stockton.
David Stockton was a pretty good basketball player. He just was short.
Fair. All right, Bry.
As much as I want to pick Tennessee, I have a hard time going against Kirby Smart. So give me Georgia.
Sound thinking there. All right, Mr. Penalty Box.
No, but seriously, we signed Xavier Gibson.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
And I'm
But
very happy you did
why?
because
I don't know.
He
I was
fumbled-
very
Didn't he fumble?
twice.
You
And that
know
was
what,
just
man?
this year.
We might as well just go 1-16 and just might as well just cry my eyes out.
You weren't already on that?
I'm so close. Give me the dogs, by the way. Sorry.
Go Dogs.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to this fun game. We're going football style. As my upset pick, I am taking the Las Vegas Raiders as home dogs over the Fighting Harbaughs of Los Angeles. Like Kelsey said very eloquently, Gino is a monster in domes. 2, they run the football now. 3, Brock Bowers says he's okay. Yeah, I like this passing game. I love Geno. This defense plays with some teeth. Give me the Raiders. That's my upset pick.
I know obviously I can't pick a double upset, but in general, I do like the Raiders here. They carved up what should be a good New England Patriots defense, and now they have a much weaker defense with the Chargers. I like everything about the Raiders. Genty, Bowers, Geno Smith. Why did I blank on that guy? I'm still not over Amari Cooper retiring the day after I drafted him in like the 17th round. Granted, the 17th round, but like, come on. But I'm going to take the Raiders here over the Chargers. Oh, thunder. Sounded like I don't know. In my earbuds, it sounded like a big gust.
Yeah, I know. My speakers just blew up a little bit too. All right, Mr. Brian, Chargers or Raiders.
I was on the Chargers, but after hearing that Geno Smith stat, I'm flipping to the Raiders. That's just too good to go against.
Honestly, if Nate goes clean slate, I might allow this to go house upset, so everybody gets a point. But we'll see. Nate also could make up some points here if he wants to take the Chargers. Nathan,
Taking the Chargers? Of course I am.
all right, no house upset. You guys are screwed. All right.
I mean, Justin Herbert and Madison Beer, ever since they dated, he's been going off. So
maybe take one for
one game.
Wait, hold on.
I don't care. It's Madison Beer.
I'm picking the Raiders.
No, you were going to be the last to go. I was going to allow Nate to do it because he's part of the picks competition. So is Brian. Brian has replaced Chris this year. And already picking. He keeps it interesting because where Chris would basically, when he got into a slump, would just start copying me or copying Matt. Brian's just going to his own drum, man. All right.
My guns. Just go.
There you go. I appreciate that. No knock to Chris, man, because Chris always made this show fun. He's on his own.
Yeah, by week 2, he's like, I'm tanking for the next number 1 quarterback in the next draft.
Like, Chris, there's you don't get anything for tanking. I don't care. I'm tanking.
Chris, you're tied for second. He's like, I don't care. I'm tanking.
All right. The second Matt got in the first place for week 5. He's like, oh, tanking. Done. Season's over. Kels, who you taking here?
Chargers. You said everything you said about the Raiders. Like, they run the ball. Yeah, so do the Chargers. They have cleats and khakis on the sideline literally dictating they run the ball 50% of the time. Oh, and by the way, Justin Herbert is still one of the best young quarterbacks. Whether or not he wins a playoff game or not doesn't matter because he's still one of the best regular season young quarterbacks. And it's a regular season game, and it's an in-division rival.
He's mobile with Phillip Rivers.
They're trying to. He's more mobile than a lot of quarterbacks, that's for sure.
Second best Justin in the NFL.
My point.
So give me the Chargers.
All righty. This game got thrown in here. I'm liking it. I wasn't the biggest fan of this game originally, but now I'm liking it. Dude, this line is crap. Maddie, if you wanted to roll this as your upset, or Nate, you did. I wouldn't, or Brian, I would take this.
Well, I'm jumping on this one.
Isn't the Raiders upset? I took the Raiders.
Well, we can't stack upsets.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So So Maddie, I guess, is going to claim Falcons to beat the Vikings. So Brian, you're probably gonna have to pick one outside.
Yeah, that's fine. I got one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Maddie, I guess this is your upset pick then.
This is gonna be the game Kyle Pitts finally breaks out. He was targeted, I think, like 8 or 9 times last week. I had 7 catches, might have been more. Finally, as a quarterback throwing the ball. And I'm not just praising that because I just took him as my backup tight end in fantasy, and I had to throw him in there because Evan Ingram doesn't know what he wants to do with his health. But Falcons over JJ McWeeny.
I will give the Falcons as well. The Falcons almost beat a much better Buccaneers team where the Vikings beat an incompetent buffoon and the Bears. So, give me the Falcons here. I'm not even going to take the upset. I just am a big Michael Penix supporter, and I love what they built on offense. Also, Darnell Mooney's playing this week, so. Right?
Give me the Vikings. I know that the Bears team is incompetent, but I think J.J. McCarthy built a lot of confidence after that win, and that confidence going to ride into week 2.
Also, McCarthy isn't a dome. I don't know how he plays in domes in college, but it's definitely easier on a quarterback to play in a dome in one of your
Yeah.
first couple starts because at least you kind of take all the elements out of it. Kels, who are you leaning on in this game?
He didn't play in domes in college, by the way.
I know.
played-
I'm
he
just
was
saying,
in
like,
college
I
in a
mean,
dome.
getting used to the NFL speed in a dome might be a little easier than playing in like a driving rainstorm. That was
I
my
mean,
point.
he did win a natty in a dome and look pretty good in it. So
Yeah, he's played like 2 games in a dome, and that's it in his up until his NFL career. He's now played 3 games in a dome. Look, JJ McCarthy had less than 150 yards passing, and he was given NFC Player of the Week last week. I think there's a
Wait,
big
really? I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a meme
no.
post.
He literally was given NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week with 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick 6. So you're going to tell me that Bijan Robinson isn't a little bit irritated by that? You tell me that Michael Penix, who, by the way, lefty quarterback, 1 letter away from being male genitalia, last time that happened in the state of Georgia, they had a pretty good quarterback. Wore the number 7.
Nice pull.
Yeah. So, by the way, yeah, it's the Falcons, and anything less than that is going to be an embarrassment to the Falcons. JJ McCarthy shouldn't be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. I think it's Vikings. I think the Bears lost that game. The Vikings didn't win it. Nathan.
Hi. Go Vikes. What?
Who you picking?
Oh, Vikes. Vikings.
Okay.
Sorry.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. How's it going?
Well, great, man. How you doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah. Same.
That's probably because you're texting us
I'm still processing a Gibson in my head.
It's probably because you're
broken
texting
your
us
brain.
at 4 a.m. Western time.
Yeah, actually, I slept early yesterday. It's at 3 a.m.
wow.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I didn't get a 6 a.m. text this time.
Yeah. Nate, your sleep schedule literally scares the daylights out of me.
I was playing NBA 2K. I got distracted, unfortunately.
Nate sends a you up text at 7 a.m. our time while it's 4 a.m. his time. Like, yo, you guys up? Like, yeah, dude, we're waking up for work. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm starting
it's like
my day.
6:30. It's like 6:30. He's like, all right, whenever you're ready, Matt, this is ready to go. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm always like doing something, and I'm like, I just get like, I feel like work tired. So I'm just like, I'm playing some 2K to get some stress off, and then by the time I'm done playing, it's like 2 or 3 a.m. I'm just like,
No one else is great for getting stress off. Sleep.
Yeah.
But I get sleep eventually. I take naps before
Corn
work.
dogs.
Eventually.
8 hours.
Corn dogs, Baton Rouge.
Yeah, and then I have like a question for you, and I get a response 3 hours later. My brain is like trying to fry itself, trying not to like go like, should I get on a plane to California? Is he alive? Your sleep schedule literally, I think, is going to take a year off my life at some point. All right. Finally, the last game of the 6-pack, one of the title matches of our show. The 5th installment of the Hurts Mahomes series. Currently, the series is tied 2-2. One each has a Super Bowl win. One each has a regular season win. Go Birds. As long as Adoree Jackson doesn't make the play, we should be fine. Honestly, the way Mahomes like throws the ball early in the season, he might actually have a pick 6 this week, knowing his luck. But I don't know. I'm picking the Birds, but I'm very scared. I don't see the Chiefs starting 0-2, but it's my boys, and I feel like if they're gonna find a way to win, they'll find a way to win. So yeah, give me Philly. Maddie?
I don't know. I guess it's such a close matchup and everything. It's one of those things where I guess I'm going to just go with the team that's got a little more health to them. I know the Chiefs are going to be obviously without Rashee Rice because of his suspension. Xavier Worthy's probably not going to play. So I'll take the Eagles here. It's not a comfortable pick. It's just I'm going to roll with the team that's got the most health right now, and let's go with the Eagles here. Just make it short and sweet.
Fair. Kels?
I don't know which Colt to choose.
Apparently, this is now the end. They was just voted as like one of the NFL's new emerging rivalries. I was like, oh god, no, really?
No.
Any 2 teams who are good that play each other are going to be called a rivalry forever. So whatever.
We've also played each other 4 straight years in a row. So
yeah,
one Colt sings a song, the other Colt just does really weird chants, like oh, like you're like you. If I'm out in like the woods and I hear that, I'm running the other way.
Oh yeah.
One cult is nice and one cult is really really mean. And they
Oh,
throw
Chiefs
snowballs
fans are
at
not
dogs.
nice. Hell no.
Yeah,
I'm
that one
sorry,
Chiefs that
but
robbed the bank.
when I'm in
How
the
do you know he
link-
wasn't saying
Hold
the
on,
Eagles
no.
fans?
When I'm in the link, I hear everything. I hear every single type of comment.
What jersey were you wearing there, Kelsey?
I wasn't wearing any jersey because I'm not stupid. Do you think I'm going to walk into the link wearing opposing team's jersey? That's just the dumbest thing in the world. I would never make it out alive.
Unless
It's
you're
like
in the
going to Dodger
unless you're in the
Stadium and wearing a
lower,
Giants
higher valued sections, you're fine down there. But once you get above the second level,
I'm broke. That's all you need to know. I was in the nosebleeds.
oh,
brother.
I basically was forced to pay for those seats because the guy bought them and he goes, "Oh, you're paying for these." I'm like, "Huh?" He goes, "Oh, you can take installments." I'm like, "Ah."
Arrowhead's just really loud and they're just dumb and naive fans, so they're not really mean. They're just like, we only know Kansas City. We don't know if our team is in Missouri or in Kansas. We don't know.
We don't know which state we're in.
Yeah, they really don't.
Either.
No. But yeah, I honestly don't care. But I'm gonna go Eagles just because I have more Eagles on my fantasy teams than I have Chiefs.
Fair.
As much as this pains me, I'm going with the Eagles. It's just a thing of health at this point. I can't trust that Chiefs offense right now.
Blake Bell.
Nathan.
A call.
All right.
Nathan, don't do that again with that hat on.
Why?
I
right. I forgot what hat I'm wearing.
All right, Plank, you correctly predicted the Super Bowl. What's going to happen this time? Okay, he says Eagles 31, Chiefs 21. Mahomes has a couple turnovers, but Travis Kelce scores a touchdown. There you go.
Oh, thank God. Fantasy
I
numbers.
definitely heard the opposite of that, but okay.
Yeah, he hates the Chiefs because they burn a lot of his brethren when they make their barbecue. So
Oh my God.
I thought that's what Philadelphia fans did. When
no,
they
we
make their
just
little
use a
dumpster
charcoal
fire.
grill
No,
to make our cheesesteaks.
No, they
You
just
guys
burned
put
the
it all
city
in metal
down.
barrels.
It's different.
All right, it's time for upsets and gimmies. I believe Matt and I both have gimmies. Brian and Nate have to go digging for upsets. So, Matt, I'll give you the floor first, my friend. Who is your lock-in this week?
Wait, don't I get a gimme too? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Who's your upset?
I picked the USF.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you get a gimme too.
Perfect. Sorry.
So it's just Brian has to go.
I'm gonna go. I believe it was Oregon over Northwestern.
All right, Nate, you got one for me?
I do actually. If it's okay, I'm gonna go with Indiana over Indiana State. Spread is minus 48.5.
Jeez.
Oof.
That's a good one.
I was gonna go Syracuse, but then they scare me. They barely beat UConn, so I don't want to do that.
And then they made their coach made them run sprints like a bunch of tryhards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that coach is dumb.
Yeah. Nate, are you positive with that gimme? I don't know if the spread's big enough.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
It's big enough I don't have a money line on that game.
I believe in the Hoosiers. You could go Syracuse.
I would rather burn off my own pinky toes.
How about I don't know.
Hook 'em horns over UTEP.
Boy, when Arch Manning loses to the Miners, it's gonna look.
Actually,
really
no. Who am I kidding? Give me Ohio State over Ohio. What the hell am I doing?
Man, when Ohio
was
State
like,
loses to the
I saw it,
Bobcats,
what?
that's
No.
gonna be real bad.
Listen,
Did you see what Ohio did last week? By the way, that was a great.
I
game.
know.
Yeah.
I know. Here's the thing: is if Ohio State loses, I'm happy either way. But if they win out, whatever, I get my six
Don't
packs
you
intact.
lose points though because you get
Yeah,
your
it's
loses?
worth it to watch the crimson and silver burn.
Scarlet and silver, but
I don't give a shit.
They tried to patent the word "the," so that's
Yeah,
What?
true.
Colts.
The most annoying fan base in college football.
the most annoying fan base because they can't properly copyright the thing.
All right, Bri, you got a gimme for me? Or no, you need an upset.
Upset. We're going to the backyard brawl. Give me West Virginia over Pitt.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm all with it.
Bold move, Cotton.
I'm doing the McAfee right there. That I love it. I love it because F Pitt. If everything Pitt stands for, Pat Narduzzi can literally go run through a brick wall without a helmet. Like I'm like ready for this. Go Mountaineers, baby. I'm betting on him just because of my pure hatred for the University of Pittsburgh. All right, Kels, you got an upset. Kels, since you are our guest, you get an upset and a game you can pick at random.
Boy.
So
how big does it have to be to be an upset?
You either have to be 5.5 dog at home or 4.5 on the road.
Old Dominion over Virginia Tech.
Ooh,
6.5 points spread.
That's really low. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's a little scary.
Yeah. And then my gimme will be Maryland versus Towson.
The Battle of Maryland. I love it.
Is that actually what it is? Because like
I think Towson is in Maryland because my buddy, my junior,
it is.
My junior year roommate played for them. He was their backup quarterback the 1 year he was there.
Man. Their nickname is Maryland's Public University, but like Maryland exists.
I think it's Maryland's cheaper public university.
You digging into Maryland? Come here.
Fair enough. All right. Ladies and gents, that about wraps up for the Korner pregame. We hope you have an amazing weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Go crack a beer, barbecue some meat, watch some football. It's going to be a good time. Season's changing. Happy to be back home, by the way. Last Thursday's show just made my brain invert itself because I had to go watch football by myself in a dark room because the rest of my family and friends on vacation with me were just hiding away from me while I was going ballistic after all the bad calls by the refs and Jalen Carter getting ejected. And the lack of targets towards A.J. Brown and everything else that made me upset in that game. But you know what made me happy, though, is that in the leagues that I actually have good money in, I won. The league that I didn't, I only have a little money. I'm a defending champion. My receivers were A.J. Brown and Xavier Worthy. So have a good night, everybody. You can no, that'd be Kelsey and DJ's league, by the way. Anyway, you can find Kelsey at Everything 3rd and 10 podcast. New episode just dropped yesterday. They were live last night from 8 to 9 p.m. You can catch them every Wednesday. You can catch Brian and Nate. They are live every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 noon Eastern time. And you can catch them both screaming up at the Giants on next Tuesday's episode. So there you go, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday for a regularly scheduled Corn Booth podcast, episode 346, I believe. No guest scheduled this week. I think we have one coming on next week. I'll let you guys know. That being said, enjoy yourselves. Shout out to our sponsors, SeatGeek, promo code Belly Sports for $20 off your first initial purchase. Some restrictions may apply. Then we also have Canada, obviously, promo code for everything Nate has ever done in his life on the show. The promo code is Belly Up. And, of course, I keep saying Belly Sports. Canada's official sponsor of the six-pack. Promo code Belly Up 20 for 20% off your purchase. Check out the best dip supplement on the market to get yourself off of the chew. We'll see you guys on Monday. Remember, all these picks are not gambling advice. So 1-800-GAMBLERS where you got to look up if you have an issue. So, peace.